all the while working within your budget. Visit Bartlett Home Furnishings today at 2755 Bartlett Boulevard or at bartletthomefurnishingsmemphis.com. Go Tigers!
Welcome to the 2020 Blue and Gray Show, brought to you by Wolf Chase Honda. Tonight, John Stacy and Drew Barrett are joined in studio by Will Hayden. Here's your host, John Stacy.
Welcome to the Blue and Gray Show. We're playing. I don't know another way to say it. Welcome to the Blue and Gray Show. In studio with me tonight, a guy that made probably one of the biggest plays in school history. Doesn't seem like it, but... And I know it sounds... Drew, you got it? Are you ready?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's do it. Listen to this.
Riles mentioned 4 state titles at Stephenville High School in Texas the last 3 years, was a running backs coach at Texas Tech. This guy knows his offense. It's diversified. They throw a lot of different sets. They use a utility back, a big slot, a fullback. They mix it up nicely. Here's a screen, and it's picked off. Will Hayden, 20, 10, touchdown Tigers. 37 yards. Will Hayden takes it to the house, and what a big play from the senior from Franklin, Tennessee. Wow. They set up the screen perfectly. They let the Tigers defense come in, but Will Hayden read it all the way.
Now, what I think's funny about that clip, Gaston spent, 30 seconds telling everybody how great that offense was? Right. What happened that play?
So, basically, they were trying to run a middle screen, and I was blitzing, and I kind of felt that that's what was happening. Okay. So, I just kind of fell off of the blocks and saw the receiver coming in and just stepped in between the quarterback and the
When the ball stayed in your hands, because your linebacker staying in your hands that is not a guarantee.
That's right. Well, so in high school, I played wide receiver. Yeah. And I played in the Tennessee-Kentucky All-Star game as a wide receiver.
Yes, you did.
So I got pretty good hands. So, I figured I could catch that one. And then it was just
run as fast.
Yeah.
Now, did you sense anybody behind you? Because there wasn't.
No.
Kevin Cole was the quarterback for them?
That's right.
I don't think he moved.
No, he ran after me and dove, but he, once I had it, I was gone.
See, last week we had a guy that was Keith Spann, who is the only guy Peyton Manning never tackled. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. That was because Tremont Lawless got in the way and slowed him down, but he didn't block anybody. But that's the story, and we're sticking to it. So Will Hayden, linebacker from the 2000 to 2003 Tigers, was that better way to say? One of the very few Tigers in history to have both an interception and a reception. You got that in a fake punt
at Army.
Okay.
It was actually the first play that I ever played. So I had not played in any plays at all. I had never even practiced the play. So I was the third string right wing on the punt team.
Right.
So clearly the coach didn't realize the first 2 guys weren't in the game. So we're running out there, and I hear the fake punt call. I mean, I watched him do it and did all that. I knew what I was supposed to do. And I was like, wow, they're really going to throw me the ball. So, I did my thing, rolled out down the sideline, and Ben Graves rolled out and threw me a perfect pass.
I'd never heard anything like that before in all my life. And I've heard a lot of football stories.
Right. I'm sure they were pretty amazed that I was out there, too. They're probably like, what the heck's he doing out there?
I mean, what did they say the next day during film work? I mean,
they were all amazed.
Were they baffled that you got out there in the first place?
They didn't say that, but I'm sure they were.
Who was the special teams coach?
I don't even remember.
What did Rip say?
Oh, he was saying, he used me as an example of always being ready.
That's good reason. Yeah,
because you never know when it's going to be your time. And,
was it.
Like I said, I'd never played in a down at all. So it's one of those things that was kind of good because I wasn't nervous. I didn't have time to be nervous. It was like they called the punt, and then Derek Ballard was supposed to be out there. Well, he was hurt. So they're like, Hayden, you're up. And then so I ran out there, and I heard him making the call for the fake punt. And I was like, oh man. So I didn't, you didn't have any time. If I had to think about it, it may have been a lot harder, but just running out there and catching it.
Wow. That's a good story.
Yeah.
That's a good story. I did not know that story. Yeah. By the way, did you not like our theme song?
I did.
You actually played with a guy who wrote it.
Really?
Bobby Garofalo.
Okay. I know Bobby Rubal.
Bobby wrote that for us.
Okay.
So I just thought that story, man, that makes our theme song thing look cheesy, doesn't it?
I don't think it makes it look cheesy. I like it.
Yeah. But man, that's a hell of a story. I didn't know that one. I'm caught off guard by that one. All right, let me get my housekeeping done. Welcome to the Blue and Gray Show, brought to you by Wolf Chase Honda. Wolf Chase Honda is our title and presenting sponsor once again this year. They are great folks out there, and right now they got a certified dream deal going on. At Wolf Chase Honda, there's financing as low as 0.99% available on 2015 to 2020 certified pre-owned cars like Accord, Civic, CRV, and Pilot. The sale's going on through September 30th. So you got another week or 10 days to go there. It's a great time to get out to Wolf Chase Honda at 2982 North Germantown Parkway in Bartlett. Another big news about Doug Gieslow. Bartlett Home Furnishings, it's his birthday today. Doug and them have been sponsors of ours for a couple of years. Happy birthday, Doug. I'm sure my phone will go off here in a minute. And before I get too deep into this, I want to share a story. As y'all know, Joe Craig has done this show a couple of times. Joe's a friend of ours. And a couple of months ago, Joe was in a serious automobile accident. And they told Joe that he would likely never walk again. But Joe walked out of the hospital last week, and next Saturday at 4:00 at Tom Lee Park, Joe's going to do a victory walk. And Joe's inviting folks to come with him. So he doesn't want nothing. He just wants people to come walk with him. So I know I'm going to be there. So if you want to come out and walk with Joe, come on out. Tom Lee Park next Saturday at 4:00. And we'll probably get in trouble for not social distancing. It is what it is. I also want to thank the good folks out at our Tiger Bookstore. We got our first Tiger Bookstore Ed Sheeler Fan of the Week this week. I'll be announcing that in a little bit. Ty's Smokehouse Barbecue, which was where we were going to eat, but they're not open on Sunday.
Yeah.
Believe Gymnastics, Keno Anderson and them folks out there. Do you know, you might happen to know Keno. Keno played baseball about the same time you started at Memphis.
Okay.
But you never saw the baseball diamond at Memphis, did you?
No.
Why not?
Well, I wanted to play baseball, but, I kept getting injured doing,
football.
The funny thing is, coming out of high school, I had, a right shoulder problem. So I was like, well, I'm probably not going to be able to do baseball.
Is it like this?
No, it wasn't near as bad as that scar. So I went and was doing football, and I ended up tearing up my left shoulder playing football and had to have surgery on it. So, I definitely, it's one of those things I wish I would have tried.
Right.
But,
Okay, sir, us are all right.
That's right.
There you go. Smith Doyle Contractors, another sponsor, has been with us a couple of years. They're great folks out there. And our newest sponsor, Bank of Bartlett. If you want to refi, now's a really good time to do it. I know, I'm doing it myself. But let me tell you a little bit about Will. Those of you who don't know, played from 2000 to 2000, technically 99 to 2003. Red shirt years and all that. Don't you wish they would have had the 4-game rule then?
Yeah.
We were talking about that before the show. 4-game rule, you play through what, 2004?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, because I lost a year of eligibility with playing on one play. So.
The Army play.
Yeah, a different Army play.
Different Army play.
That's right.
And went out of Franklin High School, another one of them Nash Vegas kids down here in Memphis. And he had 106 total career tackles. And like I said, he's one of the very few to have both an interception and a reception. That's pretty rare when you think about it. Bobby McCain did have it, by the way. Okay. Bobby caught a fake punt from Tom Hornsey up at Marshall. So that's where he got his.
Right.
So you and McCain, that's pretty good. That's pretty elite company there.
Yeah. I'll take that.
You'll take that?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk a lot tonight about the 2003 team. For some of you young whippersnappers, that was what many considered to be the program turning season.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Drew, you were a young puppy. Do you remember Memphis football pre-2003?
Not really. I mean, in 2003, I would have just turned 9.
But you remember 2003.
Yes, I do. I remember the season very vividly.
Right. So that was one of the ones that got Drew on board as a fan.
Hooked.
I was born into it, so I was already a fan. But
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
that's the time my sports mind really started to develop, and I knew exactly everything that was going on and players and everything like that.
Right. But it helped develop his love for the Tigers.
Fandom.
And that team, that was the first 6 games of that season was more like not again.
It was a roller coaster.
It was exactly. They beat Mississippi in the second game of the season. Came out, whipped Tennessee Tech big time, and everybody's going, "Whoa,
right.
Hey, I like this."
Started scoring.
Yeah, we're scoring points.
Yes.
What happened there? And then came out, beat Mississippi, put 44 up on Mississippi,
yep.
And then turn around the next week and lost Southern Miss.
Right.
And then come back, beat Arkansas State, went down to then went to UAB, lost to That's the loss that confounds me.
So I don't understand how we never beat UAB when I was there.
I do not understand
and
that.
We had a better team than them every year. It just we always found a way to lose it. It was they had Roddy White, so obviously he's a really good football player. But we always found a way to screw it up and lose it.
To me, that was the most fascinating loss of the year because it was like that makes no sense.
Right.
Then they turn around and lost to Mississippi State. So now this 2-0 start is now a 3-3 start.
Right.
And how much of the Tommy West, Jackie Sherrill going jaw to jaw at midfield at the end of the game did that inspire y'all? I have not asked that question ever before of a Tiger.
Right. So I don't know how much it inspired us as a team, but personally, it was one of those moments where you knew your coach had your back.
Okay.
And that's huge. So, and like you said, you've never asked anybody that, and I've never really asked the other players that, but you kind of got a sense of it that, okay, he's got our back.
Who pulled them apart?
I don't know.